What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Tyler Davis. Today's video, we're going to talk about the best values of week number 7. Going to run through this quickly, try to make it a quick video because we do have a good amount of values at each position. Of course, we'll go quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. If you do enjoy this content, make sure you are subscribed, hit that bell so you notify anytime I do drop content here on the channel. Make sure you check out all the week 7 videos that I have posted throughout the week on the channel. All right, let's start off here at the quarterback position. Now, of course, in the values video, we'd like to stay under that 6K price range on DraftKings if we can. Sometimes we'll talk about guys a little bit over that really fit that real good value standpoint. And I do want to go over that for a little bit here because we do have Drake May and Jordan Love, 6,300, 6,200. Now, if you are spending up, I think the best options are Mahomes, Jaden Daniels, and Dak Prescott. So if we want to go a little bit owner, get a little lower, and get a little bit of leverage off that, I think we look at Drake May and Jordan Love. Drake May has been outstanding. Is it safe to say he's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL already? I mean, this guy's doing it all here. Massive win against the Bills. They come back, get a win against the Saints. Throws for 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. So we haven't seen the massive 300-yard upside yet. But we've seen the rushing. We saw 9 carries, 28 yards last week. He has 2 touchdowns rushing on the season, and his touchdown interception ratio is outstanding. So Drake May always in play here. And then you get an easy matchup on the road against the Titans. And look, you might say, hey, they're going to take the lead, run the ball here, but their running backs can't be trusted. Ramondre Stevenson keeps fumbling. They lose Antonio Gibson, Travion Henderson they don't trust yet. So Drake May is kind of doing it all for this offense right now in an easy win game here on the road against the Titans, who just fired their coach. Then we got Jordan Love here, a game against the Cardinals. Looks like the Cardinals are going to start Jacoby Brissett again. So this could be a Josh Jacobs game, and I think Josh Jacobs is going to get a lot of ownership. But if you want easy leverage off of Josh Jacobs, Jordan Love is a phenomenal play here against the Cardinals. Cardinals defense isn't bad, and there might be questions on can the Cardinals keep up offensively with the Packers, but I do think the matchup is really good here. Cardinals defense a little bit better up front, in my opinion. They can be vulnerable on the back end. It's just who do you stack Jordan Love with? You know, you never really know which receiver it's going to be or tight end, but you can play him naked in cash games and smaller field stuff. I think he's a great value at 6,200. Caleb Williams at 5,800 here. He's been really, really good this season so far with Ben Johnson, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Good game last week against the Commanders. Now you get a matchup at home against the Saints. We know the Saints are one of the worst teams in the NFL. The Bears should be able to win this game and put up points on the back of Caleb Williams at that $5,800 price tag. Justin Fields, from a real-life perspective, he's been terrible. Last week against the Broncos, I mean, absolutely atrocious. Carolina, you know, their defense is a little bit better than people think, but I think they're more of a better run defense, and Justin Fields can take advantage of that through the passing attack. So if Justin Fields can get you 200 yards passing, a touchdown or 2, and then you get you 50-plus yards on the ground, maybe gets in the end zone on the ground, he's going to easily pay off his salary at $5,700. So he hasn't been like a great real-life quarterback, but from a fantasy perspective, he's had 2 terrible games and 3 really, really good games. So it's tough to trust, but at that price tag, he has that rushing upside that we look for in a fantasy football quarterback. Bo Nix, same thing here. Obviously has the rushing floor that we want. Has over 20 yards in all but 2 games so far this season. The passing hasn't been there yet. Only 1 game over 300 yards. But in my opinion, what I've seen last year, Bo Nix got better throughout the season. He got better later into the season. Nice matchup here against the Giants. A winnable game. And the price tag is really nice at only $5,600. This is a quick timeout to let you guys know that I've been a pro DFS player for over 5 years and have over $100,000 in career winnings. And now I'm giving away all my secrets, which you can check out at patreon.com/tdavisbrand. The link is also in the description below. It's going to give you a cheat sheet for every major slate of the NFL season. So Thursday Night Football, Sunday main slate, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, all the major slates, whether it be Showdown or the regular classic slates, you'll have access to my cheat sheet, as well as access to my private Discord where you can ask me anything fantasy football related. And I also have a NFL DFS ebook, How to Win at Daily Fantasy Football. It goes over every strategy you would want to win some cold hard cash this upcoming NFL season. We talk about things like bankroll management, contest selection, how to win GPPs, cash games, etc. So sign up for the free ebook down in the link in the description below that Bo Nix can take advantage of. Let's go to the running back position. Not too many running backs on my list. I have more receivers and tight ends. I think you're going to see a lot of ownership at the top. Jonathan Taylor, Devin Achane, Josh Jacobs, You might see a little bit of Saquon. You might see some Javonte Williams. So I kind of go to this mid-range area here. And the first one I want to take a look at is Quinshon Judkins. This guy has been outstanding on his starts so far this year, up until last week, that tough matchup against the Steelers. But now you get a matchup at home, a game the Cleveland Browns are finally favorited in against the Dolphins. They haven't been favorited pretty much all year. They're favorited in this game at home against the Dolphins. Dolphins defense is terrible. This might be the absolute breakout Quinshon Judkins game. He's had some great games, but this could be a massive explosion game for Quinshon Judkins here. 6K, good price tag. They're going to feed the beast, try to win this game here. They get, the Browns are 1-5. They got to do anything to turn it around, so they're going to feed that guy. DeAndre Swift here, 5,700. It's been a little bit up and down for him on this Bears offense, but had an outstanding game against the Commanders. 14 carries, 108 yards, 3 targets, which you love to see out of the backfield. Caught 2 of those for 67 yards and a touchdown. So they're kind of relying on this guy now as we head into the midway point of the season. A nice matchup against the Saints, like we mentioned about Caleb Williams. So if you want a little bit of leverage off of Caleb or Rome Odunze, you can go to DeAndre Swift here, who is at a nice price tag. Only 5,700. Seems like a real value steal here. And then Kamani Vidal here, the waiver wire pickup of the week. Outplayed Hassan Haskins, outsnapped him, looked phenomenal. 18 carries, 124 yards, 4 targets, which you love to see. Catches a touchdown through the air as well. 25.8 fantasy points. Tougher matchup this week against the Colts, but they're going to lean on this guy. You know Jim Harbaugh, he wants to run the rock, so I love Vidal here. 5,500 is an outstanding value. Let's go over to the receiver position. As we head into the kind of that mid-range area here, a couple of guys I'm looking at. A.J. Brown at 5,800. This seems like such a discount for A.J. Brown. Started the year at 6,900. And coming off a 9-target, 80-yard game, that's pretty good at 5,800. And if he gets in the end zone, he easily pays off that salary. So I love A.J. Brown at that price tag. You got Keenan Allen here at 5,500. I'm always aboard these Chargers receivers every week because they're all kind of in that mid-range. You got McConkey at 6K. You got Quentin Johnson usually around that. You got Keenan Allen here at 5,500. So they all kind of rotate in and out. I did want to mention Deebo Samuel as well. If no Terry McLaurin, you get that amazing matchup against that Cowboys defense, the highest scoring game of the week. I think Deebo is an outstanding play. A little bit higher than the value threshold that we like at 6,200, but he was worth mentioning as well. Chris Olave, I feel like this guy's at the same price every single week, and you just got to keep playing him. Double-digit targets in all but one game this year. Keeps getting the work, keeps getting that volume that we love to see from our our slot receiver, our guy getting a bunch of volume. A-Dot can go up and down. It's usually low, but he gets a lot of targets, which is what you love to see. And I think Spencer Rattler's been playing a little bit better. Kellen Moore knows how to get this offense going, even if they don't have the talent. Chris Olave is a talented guy here, though, on the road against the Bears, which I think this game can be relatively high scoring. Let's see, a couple other ones we did want to mention is we get it a little bit cheaper. Romeo Doubs, Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden's really been playing a little bit better here. 5 targets last week, 86 yards, 2 carries as well, 13.2 fantasy points. I think he's going to be the number 1 receiver later on in the season, so they're going to keep building him, trying to get him involved in all different ways, whether it be screens, jet touch passes, some deep shots down the field. So I think Doubs and Golden are interesting at these price tags against a winnable game for sure against the Cardinals. Jerry Jeudy here for the Browns. We talked about Quinshon Judkins, but I think Jeudy has some interest here. He hasn't been that great with Dylan Gabriel yet. We're kind of waiting for it. But 13 targets last week. You can't ignore that. I know they had to pass the ball like 50-something times. Probably not going to do that here against the Dolphins defense, but the Dolphins defense is bad. So this is a matchup that Jerry Jeudy can exploit here at only 4,400. And then on the same team, I did want to mention Isaiah Bond down here at 3,400. Extremely cheap. 5 targets last week, 7 targets the week before. He's been playing a lot more. His route share is up. It's a very high risk, but Isaiah Bond has tons of speed. He can definitely turn some big plays for that Browns offense. Then let's go to the tight end spot. Of course, at the top, you got McBride, Ferguson, Warren, right? How do you not look at these guys, the 3 best tight ends in fantasy football this year? They've been outstanding. Tyler Warren's been so good as a rookie. And then Ferguson and McBride have just been unbelievable. If you go a little bit lower to that mid-range, I'm looking at Travis Kelce, I'm looking at Dallas Goedert, and I'm looking at Darren Waller here in that mid-range. Travis Kelce finally starting to get it going. The old man here engaged Taylor Swift, but he's starting to get it going. 7 targets last week, 8 targets the week before, and a touchdown. Mahomes is starting to get in a groove. Mahomes has been playing much better. They got their weapons back. Rashid Rice returns this week. So the offense is intact. It's full, and you get a nice matchup against the Raiders here. Travis Kelce. This is a little bit of a discount, in my opinion, at 4,700 that we can take advantage of. Same with Dallas Goedert. This guy's been a touchdown machine. Already 5 touchdowns on the year right now with Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Coming off an 11-target game against the Giants. Vikings defense is good, but I definitely think this has sneaky shoot-up potential. If the Vikings can keep up, the Eagles offense can get it going there. Zach Ertz, 3,800. When Jaden Daniels plays, Zach Ertz is a beast. And Jaden Daniels is playing 6 targets last week, 43 yards, gets in the end zone. Has 3 touchdowns on the year so far. You know, when Jaden Daniels plays, I always want to play Zach Ertz. That's the case this week at only 3,800. He might be the number 1 receiver, too, if no McLaurin and no Debo, potentially. A couple other guys I want to take a look at. Michael Mayer here at 3,500. He played phenomenal last week in starter Brock Bowers. If Brock Bowers is out again, which I think is going to be the case, I'm looking to lock and load Michael Mayer once again. 7 targets, 50 yards, gets into the end zone as well. A nice little cheap punt option here against the Chiefs. They're probably going to be trailing, have to catch up, pass the ball a lot. And then 2 other options just to throw out there. Chika Okonkwo, 6 targets last week, 46 yards, gets 10 fantasy points. That's pretty good for a punt tight end if he gets in the end zone. I know they fired their coach, but maybe they try to involve Chig a little bit more here. He's been good for Cam Ward. Pretty much his number 1 or number 2 reliable target. And then Oronde Gadsden looked pretty good last week, 8 targets, 68 yards. He's always a guy that I'm interested in at a cheap price tag because he's very talented, very athletic, and I always look for that profile from a cheap punt tight end. So hope you guys enjoyed the best values of week number 7. Make sure you check out all the videos on my channel here for week number 7. Keep it logged. Make sure you subscribe. Hit this video with a like. And any questions, as always, let me know in the comments down below. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give this video a like. I appreciate it so much, as well as subscribe to the channel here on YouTube so you can check out all the videos that I have to offer.